Race fans, we are live here from the TVMR Sprint Car Series presented by RaceOnTexas.com. Usually for this series, you hear the voice of Rick Robbins. Tonight, you'll hear my voice, Tommy Rowe. I'm up here in the booth. Thank you, RaceOnTexas.com, for having me up here in the booth this week. Rick Robbins had other things to attend to. So I'm up here with you guys here tonight. We're at the Volusia Speedway Park for the 305 Sprint Car Series. It's going to be a great night of racing for these 305 sprint cars. I've tested out the 305's at Volusia many, many times and seen a lot of side-by-side great battling. Right now we're just about 5 minutes into practice, currently sitting on the quick time, the 421's Britton Roxbury. Chris Brenner sit right behind him in second, Cole Newhoff in third. Randall Carter in fifth. Actually, Howard Weaver in the 07. She just hit him in the second place spot in practice. Have a 15-minute long practice before we turn things over to qualifying. The top 16 drivers will transfer directly into the feature event. And then we'll have a B main to determine the last 4 qualifying spots for the 305 series. Race fans, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button here tonight. RaceOnTexas.com, 305 Sprint Car Series, presented by TVLR.com. Howard Weaver in the 07 machine just moved to the top of the charts with a 15.232. Cole Newhoff up to second. With Cole Newhoff was last week's feature winner here in the 305 series. Well, we got about 7 minutes into practice, about 8 minutes left. We'll see if we can bring down a couple of these guys. We'll get a quick interview and see how their race is playing later on tonight. We'll bring up Cole Newhoff in the 8 machine. All right, Cole Newhoff in the 8 car. Tommy Luke, you got a copy, bud?
Yeah.
All right, man. Took up the win last week. We're sitting second on the charts here tonight. You got anything for you guys here tonight? Anything you learned here in this practice that you might be able to take over to the feature event here later on tonight?
Yeah, I don't run here very often, so let's see what the fast line develops.
Well, Cole, best of luck to you here tonight, and we'll see you back here after the feature event.
Thanks.
Once again, that's Cole Newhoff in the 8 car. He currently sits actually fourth on the charts now. Or second. Back on his way. There we go. Just about 6 minutes left to go here in practice. Howard Weaver still the man on the top of the charts right now at a 15.232. Randall Carter moves up to second with a 15.254. Nick Cooper with 15.258. Very close times. Top to bottom separated right now by less than 0.2 of a second. Once again, race fans, you're watching the RaceOnTexas.com 305 Sprint Car Series presented by TeamVLR.com. If we can't bring up another fan favorite, get a quick interview right quick. Howard Weaver, this is Tommy in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, are we live?
Yes, we are live. We currently just had you quick time on the practice charts, but Cole Newhoff just took over your quick time. You got anything for these guys tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. Cole's time doesn't really count. I mean, he ran 25 straight laps till he was low on fuel to beat it. So he's going to take the moral victories. You know, he's a little bit confident after winning last week, but you know, every time he wins, it's usually luck. So we're not too worried about him. But hopefully, I can compete this week and not be so horrible.
A little bit of sour grapes there, Howard, but I want to wish the best of luck to you and hope to see you here later on tonight with a feature win.
Yeah, he's not that sour. I mean, I'm not trying to belittle him, but yeah, he'll be all right. We're talking about Cole, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be fun. But yeah, thanks, and hopefully it's a good show. I think most people like whatever track this is, Volusia.
Absolutely. Well, Howard, best of luck to you here tonight, and hope to see you capture on a win.
Thanks, Bubba.
All right, that was Howard Weaver, driver of the 07 machine, was top of the quick charts with a 15.232, but Cole Newhoff knocked him off with a 15.231. Very close times right here in practice. Should indicate a very, very tight, fast race here later on tonight. Howard's quite the character, ain't he? He seems to play the villain or the fan favorite every week. You either hate him or you love him. He's kind of like that Kyle Busch type here at the VLR circuit. Nonetheless, he's currently sitting second in the quick times. Always a driver to keep an eye out for in any chassis that he runs. As we have just about 2.5 minutes left of practice here before we turn it over to qualifying. Cole Newhoff still on the top of the leaderboard. I believe we have about 18 drivers so far signed in for tonight's race. That would lock everybody into the show, I do believe. 16 drivers from qualifying, 4 from the last chance qualifier. Last chance qualifier would not be needed tonight. And practice is just about wrapped up. We're at the 0-0 mark here in practice. We're going to turn it over to qualifying. These drivers will have 2 laps on the board. All right, first driver out on the racetrack, Anthony Presto in the 57. It's set to make his 2 laps around this Volusia Speedway Park. Anthony Presto, car number 57, Wicked Cushion Machine. First lap, 15.453 for Lepresto. Puts him at second quick so far. James Hughes, the 52 machine, he currently sets quick time. At bright green and red, number 52. Newhoff in the 8 car. He's up his second on the charts now at 15.401. Paul Capre up to third. Right along with Cole Newhoff, and now see if he can't get any faster on the second lap. He can't. 14.416 is second lap. Will not improve this time. He'll remain second on the charts. Drivers yet to qualify include Howard Weaver, Chris Brenner, Chase Cabre. Chase Cabrera out on the racetrack right now. His first lap puts him at second quick with a 15.363. Only driver left to go is Howard Weaver. He's the last one out on the racetrack. Last but not least, Howard Weaver going around the racetrack right now in his 02nd machine, Team Friday. SMS 07, orange and black. Weaver going around the racetrack here for lap number 1 and into the wall. That did not work for Howard Weaver. Weaver's going to come back out and try it again one more time. Currently the man on the pole, 52 car, James Edens. Still waiting on Howard Weaver to make his qualifying attempt. Going to come around the racetrack this time out of turn number 4 and pull a 15.489. That's good enough for 14th quickest for Howard Weaver. Not the qualifying attempt he was looking for after being second quick on the charts in practice. I believe everybody is qualified in now. James Edens, the man on the pole here tonight for the Race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. Chase Cabrera second. Cole Newhoff third, Cole Cabrera fourth, and Timothy Smith round out the top 5 here in qualifying. Just about through with this qualifying session here. Everybody looks like they have made their time in. Chase Cabrera second, James Edens, the man on the pole here tonight. Once again, race fans, if you're live out there, you're watching the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series 305 from the Volusia Speedway Park. Usually you hear the voice of Nick Robbins up here in the booth with the VLR Series. Tonight, my name is Tommy Rowe, and I'm calling all the action. Nick had a couple of other obligations here tonight, and I have made the call. I believe we're going to have a B main with 2 cars. 21 car, Kevin Fry, the 21 Dirt Defender on the front row on the inside to his outside. And the 14 machine, 14 VLR, Native Roots, that'll be Eric Huff. I believe the race admins will advance this session, so these drivers just have to go around and pace around a couple of times before we go to the feature event. Only 18 drivers tonight, top 16 from qualifying transferred directly into the feature event, and the top 4 were taken after that. Nonetheless, these 2 drivers, Eric Huff, Kevin Fry, pacing around the racetrack. We'll see if they'll have to race it out or if we can advance this session. We'll call this the one-on-one dash for cash. race truck getting set to pull in. "15 laps, the scheduled distance. We'll see if we'll have to go all 15. Green flag is out. We are underway. Kevin Fry, Eric Huff, duking it out here in the beginning. Eric Huff's going to work the top of the racetrack. Kevin Fry's going to slide over and lead lap number 1. Huff falls to second. And these two drivers come to a stop here in the B main. Waiting for race control to see what we're going to do here about these two drivers. Try to get them over to the feature event. Everybody transfers tonight, only 18 drivers. Not looking like the session is wanting to advance. Kevin Fry and Eric Huff both pull into the pits. Tag the rear of the feature event. Nonetheless, we'll keep it going. We'll pull up a couple of these drivers, try to get a couple of interviews or something. All right, Howard Weaver is Tommy in the booth again. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, what's going on with this B main here, man?
Oh, good. You're not asking about my disappointing qualifying. So they try to advance it, but the thing wouldn't advance. So they're just having these guys go out and run the 15 laps, and that way it advances quicker.
All right, sounds good. Sounds like I got a race to call right here then, Howard. I'll catch you in a little bit.
No problem. Hey, I'm not sure if we're even going to be trying to race trying to get the laps finished, so it may not be too exciting, but yeah.
I'm just going to pretend. All right, nonetheless, Eric Huff, Kevin Fry duking it out for a race that really doesn't matter here in the B main. Looks like Kevin Fry just has about a car length lead over Eric Huff as Huff tries to dive it down into turn number 3 and 4. 6 laps complete, 9 laps remaining. These drivers making a good side-by-side race. As Kevin Fry in the 21 machine still able to hold off Eric Huff at the line by just a little bit. Huff's going to try to dive it down inside one more time, inside turn number 1 and 2. Fry looks like he has the outside advantage working down the back straightaway, but Huff, he's going to dive it down in the inside of turn 3 and 4, make the pass stick. Not quite. Kevin Fry still going to lead lap number 8. Halfway home here in the B main, Huff and Fry making a good side-by-side battle work here. And the VLR dash for $1. Kevin Fry still holding on to the race lead. Eric Huff in second. 9 laps down. Coming up to 5 laps to go. 5 more times around the racetrack for Kevin Fry in the 21. Still side by side with Eric Huff for the 1 and 2 transfer spots. Kevin Fry holding off the good challenge from the 14 machine of Eric Huff. These two drivers are side by side down to back straightaway. Huff able to make a good slide job work to come around 3 laps to go. 3 more times around the racetrack. Huff makes the pass work in turn number 3 and 4. He'll get the 2-stick signal this time. 2 more times around the racetrack. Kevin Fry right back on the inside in turns 1 and 2. Contact made. Really duking it out for a race that really doesn't matter. Kevin Fry, Eric Huff battling hard, coming around to the white flag. 1 more time around the racetrack. Who wants it more? Eric Huff's going to lead into turns number 1 and 2. Fry's going to go back on the outside. Huff's going to make it work down the back straightaway. Fry's going to try to stick it in there 1 more time out of turns number 3 and 4. He'll make the pass, stick and take home the win here in the B-Main. Eric Huff will take home second. That's your 2 finishing spots. All right, we're going to have a quick 5-minute hot lap session. For these drivers, all 18 drivers turned loose. Actually, it looks like race control doesn't want those hot lap sessions. We're going to go to the A-Main right now. All right, 18 drivers getting set to grid here for the Race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series from the Volusia Speedway Park, presented by TeamVLR.com. Go ahead and read off the starting lineup. Starting on the front row on the inside, the 52 machine. That'll be James Eatons. To his outside, the 24 car will be Chase Cabre. Second row on the inside, the 8 car will be Cole Newhoffen. To his outside, the 11 car will be Cole Cabre. Timothy Smith at the 00. Randall Carter, the 37 will be row number 3. Row number 4 will see the 421 of Britton Roxbury and Chris Brenner on the 70 to his outside. Anton Presto and Nick Cooper round out row number 5. Even Calavoda and David Hammond be row number 6. Rusty Kruger and Howard Weaver, row number 7. Skylar Brown, Ryan Martin, row number 8. And row number 9 we'll see Kevin Fry and Eric Huff. If they can't duplicate that battle they just put on in the B-Main. Nonetheless, these drivers are side by side. Next time out of turn number 4, we will go green flag racing for the RaceOnTexas.com 305 Sprint Car Series presented by TeamVLR.com. Once again, race fans, you're watching out there, hit the like button, hit the share button. Race truck getting set to pull, make that hard left-hand turn out of turn number 3 and 4. All right, looks like we had a bit of an invert for the feature event. Looks like the front 3 rows were inverted. That puts the 37. Of Randall Carter on the front row with the 11 car of Cole Cabre. And we are underway. Randall Carter is going to lead lap number 1. Unaware of the invert in tonight's feature event. Apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, Randall Carter is out to the early lead. Timothy Smith back there in second, 11th of Cole Cabre in third. Single file racing now, 1 through 3. You got to go back to about 4th, 5th, and 6th to see some side-by-side action. Let's race the 24 of Chase Cabre making a challenge on the 11 machine. 24 car Chase Cabre is going to slide up in front of the 11 machine. He'll take over the race lead, or 5th place position, I'm sorry. Oh, 07, Howard Weaver already up to 6th. Randall Carter still holding on to the race lead, but here comes the 00 of Timothy Smith on the inside. Smith looking up for the race lead down the back straightaway. Over the 37 of Randall Carter. Carter able to hold him off down the back straightaway, but they're going to dive it in the turn number 3 and 4. Single file right now, 1 through 4. Old Newhoffen back there in third as well. Look at James Eaton's going to dive down to the inside. Drivers tuck nose to tail 1 through 4 right now. Single file racing pretty much 1 through 4. Look at James Eaton's once again going to try to dive it down the inside. The 8 car of Cole Newhoffen. Timothy Smith with the 00 machine, the yellow 00 machine, trying to make a challenge for the race lead over the 37 of Randall Carter, the VLR Racing machine, 37 of Randall Carter. And here comes Cole Newhoff on the inside. Side by side, 2 by 2, 1 through 4. Oh, little contact with the wall with the 00 of Timothy Smith. That'll lose ground on the set 37 of Randall Carter. And he'll get a big challenge from the 8 car of Cole Newhoff for a second. 8 laps complete. 22 laps remaining for Randall Carter in this 30-lap feature event. Caution laps do not count. Here comes Cole Newhoff on the inside. Newhoff looking on the inside once again for a second. Great racing action right here, 1 through 4 right now. Really don't want to go anywhere else because the battle is on for the race lead once again. Timothy Smith tries to dive it down in there, can't make the pass stick. Great racing action right here through positions 1 through 4. Randall Carter able to hold off a swarm of drivers right behind him. These drivers pretty much work in the middle of the racetrack right now. James Eaton still trying to make the bottom work, trying to dive it in there, trying to make a slide job happen. Cole Newhoff is able to get around the 00 and Timothy Smith and move up to second. Eaton's trying to do the same. Very impressive run for the 37 machine so far. 12 laps down, 18 laps remaining here for the RaceOnTexas.com 305 Sprint Car Series at Volusia Speedway Park. Top 5 running order right now. Randall Carter in the 37 machine. Cole Newhoff in the 8 car. Timothy Smith in the 00. James Eaton's in the 52. And Chase Cabray heading back there in 5th. Howard Weaver with a good march to the front so far, up to the 6th place position. And here comes Cole Newhoff looking on the dive on the inside for the race lead. He's going to take the race lead over down the back straightaway. Newhoff is going to power down the back straightaway over the 37 of Randall Carter. We're 3 wide almost for the race lead. Here comes Timothy Smith. Contact between the 00 and the 37 of Randall Carter. And that will bring out the caution. Pulling up the replay right now. 00 just gets a little bit slideways right there, if you'd call it. 37 Randall Carter with nowhere to go. And Randall Carter will not be happy about that, race fans. Great racing action right there, 1 through 4. Impressive drive for Cole Newhoff and up to the race lead now. James Eaton second, Chase Cabray third. Randall Carter still back there in 4th. Let's see if he has any damage to the race car and see if he can't march back up there to the front. 15 laps complete, 15 laps remaining. We're halfway home here for the RaceOnTexas.com 305 Sprint Car Series. Looks like Randall Carter may have a little nose damage right there on the front of the wing. We'll see if that'll affect his race car or his speed any. We go back to green. Nonetheless, Cole Newhoff and your race leader getting set to lead him back to the green. .15 laps complete, 15 laps remaining here for the RaceOnTexas.com 305 Sprint Car Series. These drivers lining back up single file. I believe we'll go green right here at turn number 4. It'll be up to Cole Newhoff to get back on the gas. We rack them and stack them and try it again one more time. That was our first caution of the evening. Howard Weaver in the 07 machine sneaking into the top 5 as well. Race truck pulls back in. Newhoff back on the gas, and we are back underway. Newhoff is going to lead him back into turn number 1, but here comes the 52 car. James Eaton's looking on his inside for the race lead. Can't make the pass stick right there. Howard Weaver looking on the inside of Randall Carter. Weaver trying to move up to 4th. We're 16 laps down. Here comes James Eaton for the race lead down the back straightaway. Eden side by side moves up to the door panel of Cole Newhoffen down the back straightaway. Eden's going to slide it into turn number 3 and 4. He'll clear Cole Newhoffen coming to the line. Here on lap number 17. Newhoffen's able to pass him back down the back straightaway. Eden's back to second. 24 car. Chase Cabray now in third. Howard Weaver in fourth. Cole Cabray up to fifth. Randall Carter led early on in this race all the way back to 6. He may have some damage on that race car, but the battle is on for the race lead. Once again, James Eames all over the back bumper of the 8 car of Cole Newhoffen. And Chase Cabray now right there in the picture as well. About to have a 3-car battle for the lead once again. 19 laps complete, 11 laps remaining in the race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. Eden's on the inside of Newhoffen. Can't make the pass stick. Newhoffen lead lap number 20. Caution out on the racetrack. Looks like we may have Chris Brenner slow on the racetrack. Like contact with the 57 of Anthony Presto sends Chris Brenner around. We're watching on board. Tough break for Chris Brenner, so he'll have to restart the tail end of the field. Chris Brenner, usually a very strong competitor here for the race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. Finds himself in a bit of trouble there, and he'll have to tag the rear of the field for this one. 20 laps down, 10 laps remaining when we go back to green. Cole Newhoffen, your race leader. He's getting a big challenge from James Eames in that bright green. Green and pink, I believe it is. 52 machine. Maybe it's red. I'm just dumb. Looks like a big watermelon car. That's what it looks like. Nonetheless, Cole Newhoffen, your race leader. Chase Cabray back there in third. Howard Weaver in fourth. And Cole Cabray in fifth. Randall Carter in the 37 machine. Tough night for him. Led the first 10-12 laps of this race. Unfortunate contact between him and a couple of other drivers. Doesn't quite seem to have the same race car he had early on. These drivers stacking them back up, and we're going to go green right here out of turn number 4. Cole Newhoffen. It'll be up to him to get back on the gas. Pace truck. Taking that left-hand turn back in. Cole Newhoffen on the gas, and we are back to green. 20 laps down, 10 laps remaining. Cole Newhoffen going to lead him down the back straightaway. James Eames going to pull up right to his door panel. Eames going to try to make the pass work in turn number 3 and 4. He's going to make the slide job happen in turn number 4. They're side by side at the line. Cole Newhoffen will get credit for leading that last lap, but James Eames is still right there, door to door with him down the back straightaway. 21 laps complete, 9 laps remaining. Eames going to be able to clear Newhoffen this time. Newhoffen going to dive it back down to the inside. James Eames will lead lap number 22, 8 laps remaining. Newhoffen able to pull back around. James Eames down the back straightaway. Side by side at the line again, coming around 7 laps to go for these two drivers duking it out for the top spot. Cole Newhoffen, James Eames with a hell of a battle right here for the first and second place spot. Coming around. Just 6 laps to go. Newhoffen has it. James Eames wants it down the back straightaway once again. Newhoffen able to hold him off. They're going to come around to 5 laps to go this time. Chase Cabray sitting back there in third. Cole Cabray fourth. And Howard Weaver still falling back to fifth. But this battle for the race lead is where it's at between Cole Newhoffen and James Eames. Cole Newhoffen still able to hold him off down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3 and 4. Coming around to 4 laps to go this time. Newhoffen able to put himself a little bit of distance between him and James Eames that time. Last lap of 15.71 for Newhoffen, 8.7 for Edens. They have 4 laps to go. We have a caution out on the racetrack. Looks like we have Skylar Brown in the 10 car missing a wing. Not sure what happened to him. Oh. That was... Skylar Brown took a hit so hard it made the screen go blank on my end. He caught Howard Weaver involved, Eric Huff involved. Tough break. Let's see what happened to Howard Weaver. Weaver working the outside of the racetrack. Little contact between him and the 57. 57 kind of sends him around, catches quite a few drivers. Tough break for a lot of these drivers. Nonetheless, we're 25 laps down, 5 laps remaining. Believe we did not get that last lap in. I believe we'll go back to 5 laps to go when we go back to green. Cole Newhoffen, your race leader. James Edens sitting in second. Chase Cabray third, Cole Cabray fourth, and Timothy Smith back up into the top 5. Randall Carter sitting 6th. Randall Carter led a bunch of laps early. Timothy Smith challenged for the race lead earlier. I believe contact between those two guys sent them back a little bit further back than they wanted to be. Randall Carter battling a ill-handling race car, but the pace truck pulling back in. Newhoffen getting ready to get back on the gas. Green flag is back out. 5 laps to go here for the race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. Newhoffen with a great restart. He's going to pull away from James Edens down back straightaway. Newhoffen's going to go into turn number 3 and 4. He'll get the 4 laps in on signal this time. Edens going to lose a little ground. He's actually going to be challenged by the 24 of Chase Cabray for second now. Newhoffen's driving away. He's put out 0.3 of a second between him and the second place driver of James Edens. He's going to get 3 laps to go this time. 3 more times around the racetrack for the 8 car of Cole Newhoffen. To take home the win here tonight for the race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. James Edens is closing the gap quickly. Last lap was a 15.65 for Edens, 15.74 for Cole Newhoffen. They're going to come around in 2 laps to go this time. We have a caution. 2 laps to go, and the battle was just about to pick up. We're going to go back to 3 laps to go. Racing was just getting good once again. Not sure what happened. Nonetheless, we're 27 laps down, 3 laps to go. Cole Newhoffen, James Edens, Chase Cabray, your top 3 drivers. Timothy Smith, Cole Cabray, Britton Roxbury, Randall Carter, David Heilman, Stephen Calavola, Ryan Martin, your top 10. Race truck lead him around the racetrack one more time. We'll rack him and stack him and try it again one more time. 3 laps remaining. The race on Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. Don't forget, race fans, coming up after this will be the race on Texas 360 Sprint Cars. Make sure to stick around for that. Another random drawing for a track. All these tracks are randomly generated right before they start, so these drivers do not have an advantage on practicing, getting a lot of laps in at this specific track. Green flag is about to come back out. Pace truck gets set to pull back in. Cole Newhoffen back on the gas. We're back under green. 3 laps to go for Cole Newhoffen in the 8 machine. James Edens in the 52 car. He gets a little better restart that time. Bill Newhoffen able to pull away down the back straightaway. Edens able to close the gap in turn number 3 and 4. They're going to come around in 2 laps to go. 2 more times around the racetrack. Ace Cabrera is going to try to slide it in there on the 52 car of James Edens as Cole Newhoffen in the 8 machine. He's going to come around out of turn number 3 and 4. He'll get the white flag. One more time around the racetrack for Cole Newhoffen in the 8 car. Cole Newhoffen's going to go into turn number 1 and 2. James Edens going to try to make the pass stick. He's going to go down the back straightaway for the final time. Edens going to try to dive it into turn number 3 and 4. The big heavy slide jump can't make the pass stick, and Cole Newhoffen will take home the win here in Volusia. James Edens will take home 2nd. Ace Cabrera 3rd. And the rest of the field is unofficial. Ladies and gentlemen, I do know your winner here tonight will be the 8 car of Cole Newhoffen taking home the win. Newhoffen, the 8 machine, Sim Speed Shop. Took the lead on about lap number 12 and never looked back. And he'll enjoy victory. I believe this is his 2nd victory in a row here for Race On Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. See if we can't pull him down here and get a quick interview with Cole Newhoffen, your feature winner. All right, Cole Newhoffen, this is Tommy in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yep.
All right, man, you take home the win here tonight at Volusia in the Race On Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. What was it like out there, man?
It was crazy. It's pretty one lane around the top, but I got lucky and got by both of them and just took the lead from there.
Tell you what, hell of a battle right there with James Edens for the victory the last few laps. How were you able to hold him off?
I got, I don't know. I think he was a little bit faster than me in 1 and 2, but I'd get him back in 3 and 4, but it was a good race. Glad he raced me clean.
Well, Cole, it was definitely great watching you out here tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
I'd like to thank my main sponsor, Sim Speed Shop, Team Friday, and Tyler Burrow for the paint schemes in his companies, Burberry Designs and TAC 3 Defense.
Well, once again, congratulations. Cole Newhoffen takes home the win here tonight for the Race On Texas 305 Sprint Car Series. And race fans, don't forget, coming up here in just a little bit, I believe 7:50 Central Time, the Race On Texas 360 Sprint Car Series coming at you. And until then, my name is Tommy Rowan here in the booth. I want to thank Scott Bargloff from Race On Texas for having me up here in the booth, filling in for Nick Robbins. I know don't sound anything near like Nick, but I hope I did a good enough job, and appreciate you letting me come up here and fill some time.